Good morning, family and friends. Today, I would like to speak about staying in your lane. I had to ponder this thought for myself because as you make adjustments in life and as you make changes, as you learn more, you do better, you realize that you have to switch lanes. And I asked myself a question: What does my lane look like? And I had to ponder that thought. But when I just sat in my quiet time, it came to me. It's like a garden with all the a beautiful garden, like the Garden of Eden, where everything is just beautiful. That's the lane I want to be in, where everything is just. I know nothing's perfect, but we can dream, and I'm gonna dream of a perfect garden, and it's really profound about knowing which lane you're supposed to be in, or which lane you choose to be in. Because I find myself going around people, and they have certain feelings about me when I'm a good person, but that's my fault because I'm not in my lane. I always say every day, surround yourself with good people, people who support you, uplift you, make you level up. I seen somebody that was going through addiction, and it touched my heart because they weren't in their lane. They were working on their recovery, but yet they were surrounded around people drinking, being belligerent, just going through, just going along to get along. That's not, and to my brother, that's not your lane. That's not your lane. If you're trying to recover, that's not the lane for you. You have to know your lane. Stay in your lane. The lane you're in, my brother, is a beautiful lane. Stay in that lane. It's all right to hit your blinker and switch lanes. Make a graceful exit, as I say, because it's crucial, like I always say, who you're around, myself included. I try to surround myself with positive people who uplift me and make me feel comfortable in my own skin, which is crucial to anything that you're doing, being comfortable in your own skin, because there's a very small percentage of people who are gonna sacrifice, put forth the effort for the things that they say they want. We can all sit around and talk about it, but if you don't display discipline, effort, and determination, it's not gonna happen. And I realized that I put a lot into me, and I can't allow people or myself to become concerned what people think about me, or well, he thinks he's better, he thinks he's no. I did the work. I'm gonna reap the rewards. I'm gonna sit in the Garden of Eden, whether it be here on earth or in heaven. That's just something I believe. That's something I strive for. It's crucial that I share this with you about this lane thing, because it's really imperative that we realize what lane we're supposed to be in, what lane we choose to be in. We choose the lanes that we're in. We're not pulled into those lanes. We choose those lanes. Choose your lane wisely. And I was working out, and I thought about it. I said, man, you see a person driving a fast car on a highway, speeding, going really fast. You have to be careful, very careful, when you're doing 100 miles an hour on the highway and you switch lanes. You have to be careful. And it's the same thing. It's the same analogy in life. When you're doing the right thing and you're moving along and your life is improving, you're improving, you have to be careful when you switch lanes. That's why I coined the phrase, make a graceful exit. Because you offend people as you ascend. It's not your intentions, but as you grow, the environment you the environment you used to fit in, you no longer fit in. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just your growth. And I felt as though I really needed to share that because I was talking to somebody earlier and they was on a course, and the person that they was on the course with was used to going fast. They weren't at that speed level yet. I said it's all right to tell the person that you're not comfortable in this lane. It's okay. We all choose our lanes. You're not pulled into it. You choose that lane. That being said, again, stay in your lane. Your lane's beautiful. Your lane is a beautiful lane. When you're ready to excel and switch over, then you do it. Don't sit there and let somebody tell you, pass him. They don't know your frame of mind. Don't let nobody tell you, pass him. It may not be time for you to hit your blinker and pass him. Stay in your lane. Stay in the lane that you're comfortable in. Stay in the lane that you're not going to hurt yourself in. Stay in the lane that you put in the work to be in. Get comfortable in that lane. You hear it said a lot. People say, stay in your lane. Ask them, what lane are they in? What did it require you to get in that lane? How did you get in that lane? Is that a comfortable lane? Can you maintain the speed in that lane? These are questions I ask myself. And I'm just putting it out there because I always strive to be the best version of myself for myself. And I'm sharing this with you because, like I said, I saw somebody, like I said, in a lane that I don't think that they should have been in based on their recovery. But the people around them, they were so oblivious to what was going on. They didn't even think that, well, my man, he's in recovery. He shouldn't be here. Boo, 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 boo. Again, it falls under that category where I said before. Some people take a sacrifice. They took a settlement. They took the settlement. They settled for that. Being loud, being belligerent, being drunk. That's a settlement. That's not the lane I want to be in. That's not the lane I want to see some of my friends and my family in. And like I said, I wanted to put it on the table about staying in your lane. What did your lane look like? I mean, I'm curious to know. What did your lane look like? Does it look like you live in a neighborhood where trash is filled through the streets? That they don't pick up the trash, rats and roaches run through. What does your lane look like? I mean, ask yourself, what does the lane look like you want your kids to be in? It's just a question. I don't know the answer. I'm searching for the answer too as to what my lane truly looks like. But like I said earlier, I prefer to be in the Garden of Eden, where it's clean, the flowers are beautiful, the air is clean, the people talk civil. They respect one another. They care for one another. I think that's the lane I want to be in. Just my thoughts. I don't want to keep you long. I don't want to bore you. But I want you to think. I want you to help me understand what lane we should be in. What lane's the best lane for us. Based on our age, based on, our gender. Just help me understand. But above all, to my brother, be careful, bro. Stay in your lane. My door's always open. Call me. Peace.